Some 90 years ago, people didn't know what they looked like, and for half a century, they've been arguing about whether they're alive or not. They're 100,000 times smaller than a needle, but they can send a person to a hospital in a couple of days. Viruses. Why are we so afraid of them, and are they alive? Viruses are extremely diverse in nature, and there are even more of them than there are stars in the universe. Viruses are very simple in structure. The most important part is the DNA, which is inside the virus, and on the outside it is covered with a protein shell. It serves as a defense, and also to attach to the victims. But is the virus alive or not? The virus seems to reproduce and evolve. However, there is a small catch. All this virus does not itself, but with the help of the cell that it infects. Inside the cell, he somehow hacks the control system and makes the cell itself begin to reproduce viruses. It turns out that the virus can reproduce, but only within another living organism. So the virus is somewhere in between living and non-living. At first, the virus searches for the cells like a prey hunter. Once the victim is found, the virus cannot easily enter the cell. It needs the so-called lock key, that is, from the cell. That is why not all living organisms are infected with the same viruses. For each species of living organism, there are viruses. Some attack only dogs, some only humans, and others only lambs. But I want to make you happy, because nature has given us a very powerful way to fight viruses. In each of us there are continuously working whole plants for the production of natural ways of protection against viruses. Every day, hundreds of millions of viruses enter our bodies, and the first person to take a hit is immune, the cells of which are continuously checking our bodies, like patrols. Congenital immunity acts quickly, continuously and efficiently. From the moment the virus enters our body until its complete destruction takes several hours. But sometimes viruses still manage to begin their activity in the body. This often happens for two reasons. Firstly, because of the large number of viruses that have entered your body at the same time. For example, a person who is sick coughs or sneezes on you. Secondly, because of a congenitally weakened immune system. After the first defensive reaction, there is a second acquired immune response. It's a special mechanism for developing special antibodies that attach themselves to the virus, making it harmless. And our body is studying the virus that it has contracted, and is producing special cells that can neutralize the virus. There are 5 kinds of antibodies. The first are called the unusual word, immunoglobulin NAM class. They work only when you are sick, and during the disease, viruses are destroyed quite energetically, and because of high activity, the body cannot produce them constantly. After viruses are destroyed, our body starts producing immunoglobulin G class on a permanent basis. This does the job of a kind of patrolman of our body, preventing already known viruses from getting a foothold in the cells. This prevents our body from getting sick with the viruses has already had. But viruses are quite cunning. They devise different ways to infect us. For example, HIV constantly changes the amino acid sequence of its protective shell, which makes it impossible to create antibodies against it that can defeat the virus. It is also worth mentioning the complexity of treating viruses. As you already know, viruses use cells in our body to create their own kind, and it is extremely difficult to get rid of them without hurting yourself. And since viruses aren't completely alive, they're not affected by antibiotics. But I think you've heard of the word vaccination. It is the introduction of a virus into your body, a kind of familiarization of the body with a new virus, after which the body begins to develop immunity to fight the invader, thereby memorizing the virus. That is, the organism learns to fight by pumping immunity. But to help our body fight viruses, you need to drink enough vitamins, observe a sleep schedule, and just lead a healthy lifestyle. I hope you got the answers to all the questions, and I am once again convinced that our world is unique and full of unsolved mysteries. Let's make this video go viral. Put a like and subscribe to the channel. It would be my pleasure. And as always, pump your brains. See you in the new video.